Namaste and very hearty welcome to all of you to this high intensity Thursday Satsang. We are learning life lessons, and today is the seventh session of life lesson series. Okay, so I'm going to share the life lessons with you, my presentation. All right, so life lesson seventh. We completed sixth last time. That was clutter, remove the clutter. The life lesson number seven. So what we are going to study is I'll just read the lesson. It says, avoid brooding over past and anxieties of future. Remain in present moment by watching your breathing process and witnessing your thoughts and emotions. That is the lesson. This is one of the most important spiritual lessons for spiritual evolution. Every spiritual person who evolves has to learn this lesson. Without this, spiritual evolution is impossible. Okay, let's go deeper into this understanding of the lesson. So the slide that I showed you, I'll post it onto the WhatsApp group. So you'll keep that as a slide for your remembrance or further studies. So all the lessons are like that. I have posted on the group one by one so that you remember the lesson and connect and remember the whole thing. So the high intensity satsang. The slide may look very simple, but you go into the very great depth of it. Last time we just understood the word clutter, but clutter from the home, everybody understood. Clutter from the mobile, everybody understood. Clutter from the laptop. But what about the clutter from the mind? And then antakaran shuddhi. So slowly we get into the depth of the subject. That's what the high intensity satsang is all about. Something that looks very simple at the surface, but we go very deep into the subject. So today's subject is also like that. See, today's lesson is the mind is like a pendulum. That's why the symbol of the pendulum was there. So it keeps moving from past to present to future, again to past to future, passes to the present moment, but hardly stop there. So mind has the capacity to think, and that capacity is misused. I'm using the word misuse for brooding over the past and anxieties of the future. And that is how your mind is draining your energy. And I'm telling you, your mind. If I'm sitting silently, my mind does not brood over the past or anxiety of the future because for past 50 years I have trained myself to be in the present moment. So we were talking about being in the present moment and not being troubled by the surroundings. See, here in ashram, it's very challenging to conduct an online meeting. Power failed, the internet failed, all this is normal. This happens every time. So, if the mind has the habit of brooding over the past and anxiety of the future, then we become less productive, which means our output of whatever work we are doing is much lesser, and quality of our life is also poorer in that sense. Okay, so the quality of life is poor. You are not living a high quality life. So anybody who want to enjoy the high quality life, operating from the dimension of love and compassion, giving your best shot no matter what, then we have to learn to be in the present moment. So those who are able to maintain themselves in the present moment are very productive and also have excellent life quality. Their satisfaction levels are very high. The juiciness of life is experienced only in the present moment. So, everybody, all the spiritual seekers, or the seekers of truth, all those who are interested in spiritual evolution, one lesson minimum that every seeker must learn is how to get rooted into the present moment so that you become good at life management. You become more productive, you become qualitatively better, you enjoy the juice of life, you vibrate high. All these things are possible only if you are into the present moment, not otherwise. So, this lesson is very, very important. If you are not in the present moment, then to that extent your life will remain poor. Your life energy is taken away by the mind and dissipated into the brooding over the past and anxieties of the future, and you are losing your vital energy. It is why it is so very important. Okay. If you have understood the importance of being in the present, then the next intelligent question is, how do I do it? How do I stay in the present moment? How do I not waste my vital energy into the brooding over the past or anxieties of the future? How do I improve the quality of my life? All that is answered. The simple answer to that is bring your attention to your breathing process. It's second line of the lesson. Bring your attention to your breathing process. You are breathing right now. The moment you bring your attention to your breathing process, you are rooted into the present moment. If you watch your breath, your mind can't think of the past and the future. Your mind is engaged onto watching your breath in now, this moment. So you have pinned down your mind, you hooked your mind onto the present moment. And the present moment keeps shifting. But you are always in the present. So the present becomes the eternity. All the time into the present. Quality of life will change drastically if you can do that. It is so simple. Okay. So somebody asked me, Guruji, so how long should I do this thing? It's not that you do it for the infinite time. You should be rooted onto your breath as long as you are breathing. Okay. If you are not breathing, you need not do this. No need to continue. If you are breathing, you can be focused on the breath because that's easiest for you to get rooted into the present moment. Okay. A dead body cannot witness the breath. Why? Because the breathing is not there. The witnessing capacity is not there because the prana is not there. हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं कोई गुजर गया तो प्राण निकल गया. Which means what? The pran has left the body. Pran is the energy, the vital energy. If it is not there, you don't have the capacity to witness, to watch your breath. And with the prana, your breathing also goes away. So dead body does not breathe. So this functioning, the watching the breath is not for the dead body. It is only for people who are breathing. So as long as you are breathing, you have the option to watch the breath rooted in the present moment, be more productive, be qualitatively good, and raise your vibrations. See, I just conducted a 4 days program on PVF, how to increase your personal energetic vibrational frequency. A very scientifically designed program. We did the measurement, we did the improvement, provable, scientifically provable. So, one of the criteria is those who are able to maintain the breath awareness and stay in the present moment. These people are vibrating high. This is proven scientifically. We measured it. And those people who vibrate high, how much high? More than 500 plus frequency. Automatically, you invite love in your life. Babaji's teaching is love is the greatest deficit factor in life, in most of the people's life. Love is missing, and that's why they are suffering. If you vibrate high, 500 plus frequency, automatically the dimension of love opens up. That makes life very juicier. Satisfaction of life is very high. Productivity is high. Quality of life is very high. Juiciness of life is very high. Relationship conflicts simply disappear. The hatred, fear, jealousy, all that disappears. Why? Because those are the low frequency vibrations. If you are vibrating high, all the low frequency things simply disappear from your life. You vibrate high at the level of love, unconditional level of love, 540. 600 is the level of peace. 700 is the level of enlightenment. 900 is the level of gratitude. 1122 is the level of self mastery. And there are further levels also. But 500 is a landmark. 499, your rational mind functions, your logic works. The moment you take a quantum jump from 499 to 500, you have entered the dimension of love. And that creates the magic in your life. But that is not possible unless you focus onto the present moment, the breath. You want to vibrate high? No cost. Simplest thing. You are breathing. Just give your attention to breath. Instantly you are in the present moment. Your energy that goes away into the brooding over the past, anxiety of the future is saved. Now your energy reservoir grows. So if you stay into this breath awareness for a while, suddenly your energy levels will go, depression will go away, anxieties will go away, and you start vibrating high because your energy level is going. Otherwise, also, you have eaten food, you are taking breath, you have taken the water. So, air, water, food, everything is actually increasing your energy. You must vibrate high. But the biggest leakage is the mind. When you are brooding over the past and the anxieties of the future, your energies are leaking. They are going into the gutter, drainage because of that. And that has to stop. Without that, spiritual progress impossible. And it doesn't cost you anything. You are breathing anyway. Why are you giving your attention here and there? Just bring your attention to the breath, be rooted in the present moment, and you start vibrating high. Your anxiety disappears, your depression disappears, the fear disappears. One of the technique of fear management is also this. See, fear is kind of a jitter in your body. You shake, the fear has gripped you. You start shaking. Your legs start shaking. That's the fear. You watch your breath. The moment you watch your breath, you're just out of the fear. Fear disappears. Fear is a low frequency. They're all below 150 hertz. Okay. The moment you watch your breath, you jump to 500 plus, all the low frequency things simply disappear. So all the knowledge that I got in Prem from Babaji in December 2016 is vibrating high. And the biggest message of Babaji, which I want to share with all of you under the Prem Marg is, you don't have to fight with these low frequency emotions. If somebody is fighting with the anger, somebody is fighting with the jealousy, somebody is fighting with the hatred, somebody is fighting with the fear, and the life goes into that. Babaji's message for all of us is not to fight with the low frequency emotions because you are wasting your time and energy in doing that. And that's not the way. All the teachers and the trainers are telling you to focus there and come out of it and do some processes and all. Babaji says, no, absolutely not. That's not necessary. Prem Mark teachings are from Babaji very clear. Simply enter the dimension of love and you are vibrating 500 plus. All the low frequencies emotions disappear from your life without any struggle. That is the beauty and the blessings of Babaji. But then the question remains, how do I enter the dimension of love? Very simple. Bring your attention to your breath. Your energy reservoir will grow, you will start vibrating high, but still your thoughts are taking away your energy. So you may or may not enter 500 plus dimension, which is the dimension of love. What is it that will guarantee that you will enter the dimension of love? As you are watching your breath. Second thing is witness your thoughts. विचारों को साक्षी बनकर देखिए, साक्षी भाव से विचारों को देखिए, दृष्टा भाव से विचारों को देखिए, भावनाओं को देखिए. Thoughts and emotions both are there. So detach yourself with the aloof attention, witness your thoughts and emotions, or Babaji's word is with a loving attention you witness your thoughts and emotions. What will happen? Now your mind is not dissipating your vital energy, because it is the thought that takes away your energy. The first step, watch the breath. Second step, witness the thoughts. Now thoughts have no power to take away your vitality. What will happen? Suddenly, if you sit quietly, your energy reservoir will build up. Automatically, you'll hit the 500 plus, and the love sprouts in your heart. Just you need to practice and have some patience and wait. If your body is normally healthy, if you are eating good food, something that suits your body, okay, you are not wasting your energy in digesting the food. Like alcohol, if you take and you take a non-veg, then your all the body energy goes into digesting that. So all your body energy is wasted in digesting. But if you're eating something very simple like fruits or vegetables and your energy is saved, then that energy reservoir will build up faster. The moment you hit upon 500 plus and jump into the dimension life, suddenly, qualitatively, your life will change. You will stumble upon the dimension of love, and naturally, you are vibrating 500 plus, you operate from love. You have no option. If you are vibrating high, you will operate from love. See, power failures, troubles, taking the laptop one place to another place, opening this umbrella, switching off the light, going onto the battery. Well, my center is not moved. I'm very much into this, enjoying life. No tension, no worries, nothing. Operating from love continues. In Hindi, there are two words. One is called paristhiti. Another is called manasthiti. Paristhiti means your surroundings. Manasthiti means your mental state. Paristhiti, which means the surroundings, is not in your hand. Now the power failed. This is the village. It's a remote village. Power fail is quite common. It's not in my hand. Okay. If I talk to the electricity board, they say, okay, within 5 minutes it's coming. So sometimes it takes 5 days also. Okay. Then if you call them, what happened? Oh, झाड़ गिर गया लाइन पे. ओके, झाड़ हटाने को टाइम लगेगा. कल सुबह झाड़ हटाएंगे, परसों लाइट चालू होगा. नॉर्मल हियर. So 5 minutes can become 5 days also. It's a forest. तो परिस्थिति हमारे हाथ में नहीं है. The situation around will change because that's not in your control. But manasthiti, your state of mind, is very much in your control. How do you react or respond to the paristhiti, the situation, is very much in your control. Okay. Good that Hari Om ji started Om Mangalam chanting. Very nice. Okay. If the light wouldn't come, the internet wouldn't come, you would have been doing chanting. Very nice. That's a great thing to do. Thank you, Hari Om ji, for that initiative. Very nice. So again, power fails, you start chanting. Okay. Power can fail, internet can fail. But I have not problem. I'm operating from love, very much centered. परिस्थिति बदलते रहेगी, लेकिन हमारी मनस्थिति हमारे कंट्रोल में है. I will continue to get back to you. The moment I'm connected, I'll be back with you. No issues. Power can fail, internet can fail, but my love for you does not fail. तो परिस्थितियां बदलेगी, लेकिन हमारी मनस्थिति तो हमारे कंट्रोल में होनी चाहिए ना. And that is the lesson. And how do you learn the lesson? Bring your attention to your breathing process. Start watching your breath. But watch with love. You will enter the love faster. देखो, एक प्यार से श्वास को देखना और एक गुस्से से श्वास को देखना. हाँ, मेरा श्वास चल रहा है, गुस्से से देखे क्या होगा? गुस्सा आएगा. प्यार से देखेगा तो प्यार आएगा. तो प्यार से श्वास को देखना, दैट्स कॉल्ड लविंग अटेंशन टू ब्रेथ. अब बहुत सारे लोगों को समझता नहीं है कि हाउ डू आई गिव लविंग अटेंशन टू माय ब्रेथ. आई टेल यू वेरी सिंपल. लास्ट ईयर आई बिकेम ग्रैंडपा. ओके, सो आई हैव अ ग्रैंड चाइल्ड. अब कुछ नहीं है, मैं तो पहली बार ग्रैंडपा बना, फर्स्ट चाइल्ड ऑफ माय डॉटर. व्हेन आई लुक एट माय ग्रैंड चाइल्ड, सडनली ऐसा प्यार आता है, हो आनंद आनंद आता है, फॉर नो रीजन. चाइल्ड इज सो इनोसेंट, सो नाइस, सो मच इन वंडरमेंट. देख के प्यार आता है. इज समथिंग वेरी नेचुरल टू यू, लाइक यू सी योर ग्रैंड चाइल्ड, देख के प्यार आता है, विच इज वेरी कॉमन, वेरी वेरी ह्यूमन. ओके, और यू लुक इनटू अ ब्यूटीफुल इनोसेंट आईज ऑफ अ चाइल्ड, सडनली प्यार आएगा. और यू लुक एट अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल आर्ट फॉर्म, समथिंग दैट यू अडोर, समथिंग दैट यू लव, तो भी प्यार आएगा. ओके, कुछ बॉयज को ब्यूटीफुल गर्ल देख के प्यार आता
No
है.
sound.
इट कैन बी एनीथिंग. और कुछ गर्ल्स को हैंडसम बॉयज देख के प्यार आ जाता है. इट कैन बी एनीथिंग. समथिंग ब्यूटीफुल ट्रिगर्स लव इन योर हार्ट, एंड दैट्स ओके, व्हाटएवर. But you know what is love. You know what is it to operate from the dimension of love. Anybody who has fallen in love with a boy or a girl, I am telling you boy and girl, because these days everything is possible. Okay. So I was in California 2 months back. That's the hub of LGBTQ. So anything is possible in US, or now it's in India also. Anything is possible. So if you have experienced love in your heart, you know what it is. You cannot define by the words. You have to experience love to understand what is love. So those boys and girls who have never fallen in love with anybody, or those who have not experienced love, they will never know what is love. But if you have experienced love in your heart, for sure you know what it is. It's not just a feeling, it's not just an emotion, it's much more than that. It's a dimension in itself. So when you vibrate high, 500 plus, the dimension of love opens up. If you understand how to operate from love all the time, 24/7, if you are rooted into love, you being love, you are love, love is you, your being, your soul, your Atman. That is the enlightened state. Then you become capable of sustaining that high frequency vibrations. Otherwise, you will go touch and go, come back. Come back again, the hatred is there, the fear is there. Because you are vibrating low, so the low frequency emotions will grip you. Again, you start vibrating high, you touch upon the love, and then you'll fall down. So this happens. It's called hide and seek game. Going up in the vibration, coming down, happens. But you know how to sustain high frequency vibrations, operating from love all the time, irrespective of paristhiti, the situation around you. No matter what, you keep operating from high, the quality of life will change. What is it that changes the quality of life? Love. How do you enter love? Watch your breath, witness your thoughts, give loving attention to your life force, the prana which is there. What will happen? You will automatically vibrate high as your energy reservoir builds. You have to stay there. That's what we call it as a meditation. So what is meditation? Watch your breath, witness your thought, give loving attention to your life, and stay there. Your vibrations will increase slowly, 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 slowly. You enter the dimension of love. The quality of your life changes. You start enjoying. Your productivity increases. You can do 1001 things. You are very joyful. You are very enthusiastic. And in that state of love, you can do lots of things. And in the dimension of love, mind does not fall to the momentum. What is the meaning of it? See, normally your mind is excited. Then you can't stop. You're going with the mind. Then you can't change the mood. Then you can't change the activity from one activity to another activity. You'll have to relax for a while. But in the state of love, mind loses the momentum. So you can instantly change from one place to another place, one person to another person. And you are centered and you still operate from the dimension of love. And then the irritations are not there. See, today in the camp, it happens, sometimes. 4 or 5 people ask me the question simultaneously. It's okay. I'm answering somebody's question. Somebody talks in between suddenly. Can't hold. I shift. My mind doesn't get hooked that I should answer this or that. No, it just flows. At the end, I answer everybody. So nobody's unhappy. But this is the quality of the mind. It does not gain momentum. In the dimension of love, mind loses its mindness. Because mindness has the momentum. You know what is momentum? You pedal the bicycle fast, 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 fast. And then you stop. You're not pedaling. Bicycle has got momentum, so it continues for a while. All of you understand this thing? Like that, you have paddled your mind too much. So now you don't want mind to run, but mind is still continuing. Why? It is going the momentum. That is the meaning of the word momentum. The speed of the mind continues because you have paddled it more. Now you have to do something opposite of it. Apply the brakes so that mind stops. How do you apply the brakes? Watch your thought. Watch your breath first. Witness your thought. And the momentum of the mind disappears the moment you enter the dimension of love. If all of the humanity learns this meditation and enters from the dimension of love, it will happen to the planet Earth. It's called heaven on earth. No wars will happen. All relationships will be perfect. No fighting, no hatred, no jealousy, no killing, no bomb explosions. It's like a heaven on earth. Everybody will live so peacefully. And earth has a lot of resources. Okay. I respect your freedom, you respect my freedom. We live peacefully. There is no issue. Earth has all the resources. But because of our low frequency emotions, we get into the greed mode. I want everything. I don't want to give it to you anything. It is all because of the low frequency emotions. If the humanity starts learning how to operate from the 500 plus frequency, the dimension of love, all the problems of the world will get solved. See, now that is not in your hand or mine hand. Okay. I have made myself available. See, yesterday somebody asked Guruji, what is the highest kind of donation that you can give? Spontaneously, the answer came, you donate your time. That is the best thing that you can give. Today, people are so busy. Nobody has time. People have no time for the parents, for the loved ones, for the children. Hardly any loving attention is being given to the people. You are more with your mobile, more with your job, more with your business, more with your hobbies, but you are not with the people because you have no time. So it's not about giving free food or the clothes or money. No. Your donation of your time is the best thing that because you are giving life. Last time we discussed, time is life. The life is ticking away. Giving time is like giving life. जीवन दान देना और समय देना एक ही बात है क्योंकि समय से ही जीवन दान दिया जाता है So when you vibrate from the dimension of love and compassion, you utilize your time well and give your time in a proper manner to the people for the well-being. If everybody understands this and you start using your time, your energy in a proper manner and live a life full of love with everybody, what will happen? We will create heaven on earth. It's something easy. Don't think that's very difficult. You give attention to your breath right now, witness your thoughts, your vibrations are increasing as I'm talking, and you touch upon the dimension of love. You create your own oasis in the desert on the planet Earth. Wherever you are, you learn to operate from love. That much portion of the planet Earth will change. With the more people join you, the more Earth will change. One day the whole Earth will change. Every human being will love to operate from love only. It's a very fundamental of being human. Every human being wants to operate from love. It's there in our DNA. But our mind is our enemy. It has become the enemy. It need not be. You can make your mind your friend so that it does not bother you. Or still better, make your mind your slave so that it behaves as per your order. And keep it quiet by witnessing. What happened? It will not dissipate your energy. Your energy reservoir will grow. You will get into the dimension of love and quality of your life will change. Okay. So let me show you the slide again. What is it that we are talking? So avoid the brooding over the past and anxiety of the future. Remain in the present moment by watching your breathing process and witnessing your thoughts and emotions. So thoughts and emotions and all that is vibrating at a very low frequency. The moment you start preserving your energies and your energy reservoir grows, suddenly you will start experiencing new dimension of life, something which is unknown to the world. And there are lots of dimensions. Okay. But minimum thing that we are talking about is come out of the negative emotions. 250 on the scale of consciousness is called as a neutral. From 250 to 500, you pass through some positive emotions. 500 plus is the dimension of love. Minimum that much, because 500 is the first landmark. If you can cross that, the quality of your life will change in a big way. Let me tell you one big secret. Those who vibrate high and by accident or by natural death or by heart attack, whatever, person dies, what will happen? When you are vibrating high and a person dies, first of all, after that dimension is improved, you go to the higher astral law. Okay. You will enjoy for a while in the other dimension. When you are born again, because you are a high frequency vibrating person, you will be born to the king or in a kingly environment or a rich family. All the resources will be available to you. Your next life will also improve. Will you be born? Yes, 500 plus is you will be born because that's not enlightenment. If you are vibrating 700 plus all the time, you will not be born again. That is moksha. That's liberation. But 500 is the dimension of love, you'll be born again. But life will be much better. And then if you vibrate high, 700 plus all the time, then you are not supposed to born again. There's no need to born because all the lessons of life are learned when you sustain your vibration 700 plus. That's enlightened consciousness. If you are all the time into 700 plus vibration, then you have learned the lessons of life and there is nothing that is remaining. So, no need to be born again. Okay. So, the secret is very simple. Watch your breath, witness your thoughts, give loving attention to your energy, the prana, and your energy reservoir goes up. Stay there, don't move. That's meditation. And suddenly, boom, you are in the dimension of love. That's it. The whole quality of life changes. Okay, and now the question answer. The light is flickering, the internet may go, doesn't matter. We'll close early today, okay? So only one question is there, I'll answer. Pratyush is asking, Guruji, if someone is living in Kashmir, like environment where there is destruction around, what would living from love would look like? Destruction is everywhere. No? So you're feeling hatred towards somebody, you're feeling jealousy, you're having fear. All that is destruction only. Destruction does not mean throwing the bomb. That's extreme destruction. But it's all there. So suddenly light became bright, power has come back. So destruction is all the time happening. The life is happening, the death is happening, everything is happening. People are born, people are dying, natural death is happening, artificial death is happening, life is happening, artificial life is also happening, artificial intelligence has started functioning in the world. Lots of things are happening. And it's not in your control. परिस्थिति कश्मीर की परिस्थिति अभी तो बहुत अच्छी है बट एक जमाने में बहुत ज्यादा आतंकवाद था वहां पर नो मैटर व्हाट यू नो द दिल्ली द बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट हैपेंड परिस्थिति हमारे कंट्रोल में नहीं है यही तो बात बताई ना मैंने प्रत्युष तुम्हारी मनस्थिति तुम्हारे कंट्रोल में है See, this happened actually. I forgot the name of the person, but it is about some current contemporary saint only. So one Atangwadi asked the master, "If I kill you now, what will you do?" Okay. The master said, "I'll still love you." And suddenly the fellow broke down and started crying. That is the power of love. See, I gave one talk to the army people, major, colonel, and all that. I know a lot of army ones, okay? So I gave one talk to them. And tough guys, they were in their uniform, okay? I gave a talk. I just gave my loving attention. And many of them broke down and started crying. Toughest fellows who fight the war. Okay? Love has the power. Terrorist doesn't have much capacity. Love is far more higher. It can transform the terrorist also. And don't think the terrorists are working only in the Kashmir. There is a terrorist in each one of us that needs to be transformed. Okay, there is that little devil in all of us that need to be transformed. When you go wild, you are nothing less than a terrorist. Right? Everybody has a time, you go wild at times. So transform yourself. That is the way. Okay, Pratyus? Krishna Patel. Often body rather than mind troubles like physical pain. Same solution to stay in present moment. Body need to be tackled differently. So last time what I talked about Antakaran Shuddhi and we talked about the cellular memory cleansing. See, body is a far more honest instrument compared to the mind. Mind is very cunning. But body is a very intelligent instrument, but very honest instrument. So bodily pains are there. If you are misusing your body, if you're misbehaving with your body, the body will have pains. So your food habits, your exercises and all that, your posture, everything matters. Okay. So if you take care of the body can stay easily up to 120 years. That's how it has been designed. But because we are abusing, either starving the body or overeating or taking alcohol or the drugs or something that doesn't suit the body, all that reduces the lifespan of the person. So body is a vehicle, good for your sadhana. You need the body, and body needs to be taken care. I'm not telling you that pamper the body. I'm telling you take care of the body. Give whatever it takes or whatever it needs, not what it takes, whatever it needs. So it needs some minimum amount of food. So don't do overeating. It needs some minimum amount of light exercises, walk, etc. Do that. Your body will remain fit. See, I come to ashram every time. The environment is so nice. I'm walking so much that I remain fit. When it's here in the ashram, it's far more easier to remain in the high vibration than at the city home. Okay. The city, there are a lot of people, thought forms, so much of negativity around in the city because TVs are on, the fear is on, all the channels are like creating the fear. All that is happening. Here is the forest, no thought forms. It's easy to become quiet, easy to get into meditation, and the body movements are much better. The exercising is there. When body behaves in a right manner, then vibrating high becomes easier. So body is not an issue if you learned how to manage good health. So food, exercises matters. But more than that, it is the state of your mind matters. Let me tell you a very big secret. When you stumble upon the dimension of love, the power of love is so high, your body chemistry will change. All happy hormones will start showering. Your body will become healthy. See, we experience sickness and we experience non-sickness. We experience positive health only when you are in dimension of love. It's a totally different health. It's a positive health. Body vibrates like a musical instrument. There's so much of joy in the body. Right now, as I'm talking, I'm experiencing a lot of love in the cellular system. My cells are vibrating with love. See, my words cannot express, and my English is very poor. I have 3,000, 4,000 words vocabulary. I use the same word, try to express, and I struggle with my expressions. But my heart is singing songs, is dancing. My cells are dancing with joy. No power, no Wi-Fi, comes and goes, doesn't matter. This is something amazing. All of you can have it. All of you. I don't have any monopoly on this thing. This is available to you. I have chosen. You have not chosen. That's the only difference. Choose to operate from love and then see the miracles happening. Body is wonderful. Don't trouble your body. Don't torture your body with too much of fasting or too much of eating food or any too much, any ati, any extremes is bad. Middle path, the golden path. Minimum खाना खाओ, मिनिमम एक्सरसाइज करो, बॉडी को तकलीफ मत दो, बॉडी को ज्यादा पैम्पर भी मत करो. It's a middle path. That's it. To operate from the dimension of love, you don't have to be a muscular body. Understand that? But minimum exercise, so the body does not create trouble for it. I'm experiencing positive health being here in the ashram because that dimension continues. Whether I'm talking to people or not talking to people, doesn't matter. My cellular system is vibrating high. That is called positive health. The world, the medical world also don't know. They know the sickness and they know non-sickness. Positive health you know only when you are operating from the dimension of love. Because love has all the happy hormones and you vibrate high and your body is like musical instrument. The cells are vibrating high. There's a music all over the body. Okay. Enjoy the music. Thank you very much. We'll continue to learn the lessons next Thursday. I hope I answered all the question. Okay, Anand Murthy, Krishna Patel, I answered your question. Thank you. What about fasting? Fasting too much is also not bad. Minimum food. Pratyush is asking, Guruji, situation like blasts are not in our hands. So are you saying, do we need to be ready to die with loving attention if the situation arises? Death will come anyway. If you are in love, after death also you will be happy. Monica Verma says, Pranam Guruji, how can we change and anchor our thoughts in loving thought 24 by 7? That's the whole thing. Watch your breath, witness your thoughts, give loving attention to your pranic energy, and you can continue. It fluctuates and vibrations keep going down with negative and unloving thoughts every now and then. You need to practice meditation more and more. That is the answer. Venkatesh is asking, thoughts are observed from mind. However, emotions I feel is felt in heart, chest region and cannot observed by mind. It is correct if observation is incorrect. If it is there in the body, if you are feeling, then give attention to the body. That's also the observation. That's called Kayanupassana. It is the Pali word given by Buddha. So Anapanasati Dhyan is watching the breath. Kayanupassana is the attention to the body sensations, emotions, taking from the body. So body sensations are there. That is aspect of the meditation. Second stage of Nirmal Dhyan. Third stage is Vipassana, Chittanupassana. It's witnessing your thoughts. Three things put together. Sita Dushyanti is asking, Guruji, it is true that negativity of people around us affects our aura and our thoughts. And if you vibrate high, can this be avoided irrespective of negativity around us? Sometimes it is in family and difficult to avoid those people. If you are vibrating low, you can get sucked into the negative emotion. If you are vibrating high, you are untouched by the negative emotions around. So those who people vibrate high, and you learn how to keep it high, then you don't get affected by the people around. But you should be strong and getting rooted into that dimension, which comes with the practice. Don't worry. You understood the secret, you practice the secret, the more and more, it's like a muscle building. You don't build the muscle in one day. So keep practicing, slowly, you'll understand. And then you'll get rooted into the company of people, definitely matters. Okay. So people who are vibrating high, if you keep their company, then you catch up the vibration and you vibrate high. It's very easy. If you are in the company of low profile people who are energy vampire, they suck your energy, then you fall down, which is also natural, it's human. Okay. So consciously choose your company. That helps. But sometimes we stay in a family and there is no option. Then strengthen your meditative muscles, vibrate high, and learn to vibrate high. That is the answer. All right. So all the questions are answered. Thank you very much. See you
Thank
next
you,
Thursday.
Guruji.